Красота, красота, красота. Как красиво. Такого давно я не видел. Вот солнце взошло над бренною землей, и вновь берега окутаны приливом. Это вообще, оно такое в дымке. Пахнет сосной. Люди молодцы. Наглядеться не могут. Наконец-то мы успели на рассвет. И так миллиарды лет мы успеваем на рассвет. Какие тут могут быть слова? И оно ушло. Оно ушло в тучи. Все. Хорошего понемногу. Еле видно, что мы имеем среди солнечных улыбок. Одна вот идет в другую сторону. Какая красота. Красивые девушки. Люди молодцы. Утром просыпаются, растягиваются. Сегодня интересный день. Сегодня 12 июля 23 года, среда. Намечается потрясающий день. What's up, brother? How you doing? It's so beautiful. I'm talking into my camera about how beautiful a day this will be. Because it will be. How you been, man?
Been good, and you?
I was just thinking, I saw someone, I thought it was you, and then that wasn't you.
Yesterday, I was gonna call you yesterday.
Huh?
I was looking for you yesterday, yeah?
Oh, what's up? How you been, man? How you doing?
All right.
Good to see you.
Going out?
Going on. What's new?
I'm good. What's good with you?
Every day there's something, you know. There's a friend of mine who may come. See, I'm home most of the time. When I come home, I don't go. If I have someone to go with, can create some interesting situations.
Out?
There, anywhere.
Okay.
How you been? Have you met anyone interesting?
No, I haven't met anyone.
Huh?
No, I was thinking about you yesterday. I said, I need to come on this side and see if I can meet somebody interested on this side with you.
You know, every morning if you go that way, you meet people.
Yeah.
I don't know how interesting for who, but you meet them. It's a challenge. Every day is more of a challenge because
Why? Because the person's perception. I mean,
perception, and you start knowing. You start knowing what it is that you can and cannot put up with. Like, I met this lady, what, 2-3 days ago? Here, we paddled. Oh, beautiful sun. We paddled, we spoke beautiful, 21 years old. Gorgeous. Somewhat gorgeous, let's say it like this. Quite gorgeous. But it seemed to be great. We hit it off. I told a few things that most women would flip from. No, she took it. Well, or so it appeared that she took it. Guess what happened then? You'll never guess. If I tell you, guess 3 times, 5 times, you'll never guess what happened then.
After when?
After we spoke, we agreed that we will call each other. She gave me her number. But then, you'll never guess what happened. I mean, you will guess it at some point, but not on the first few guesses. So, it's so unusual to guess something like that.
When she was at your hospital?
So, I tell you what happened. Ready?
Oh, go ahead.
Nothing. So I'm saying it's sometimes the most plausible answer is the most.
You don't know what happened.
Huh?
You don't know what happened. Did you contact her?
I don't know what happened.
Did you call her?
Yeah, I called her.
What happened?
Nothing.
No
answer.
answer?
I could show you. She wrote a couple of times. Yes, we should redo the video. Sure, okay, let's do it. Then she sent me her picture. That did not fit what I was saying anyway. Nice picture with them boobies sticking out. Dressed. And then that's it. And I get into the voicemail right away when they call.
Well, nobody's gonna answer the voicemail.
Huh?
She's 21, she'll never answer the voicemail.
No, but the phone goes into the voicemail.
Oh, direct. Oh, so
direct.
She's sending it. Okay.
I don't know what she does. I don't know what she does. But what this is just one example. While I was talking to her, like literally maybe 10 minutes after talking to her, there was another lady from Bumble, 23-year-old, beautiful. She showed me in the mirror, FaceTime me. Beautiful. Both, by the way, both black, beautiful. Not that it has to do with anything, I'm just saying. So we spoke beautiful. I was even feeling a bit guilty.
Why is that?
Well, you know, I was just talking to this one. I'm talking to this one. I was
interested. No commitment there.
Huh?
There's no commitment there.
Always commitment. For me, I commit. I will have to commit to 2.
In 5 minutes, eh?
In 1 minute. That's why people run, because they don't want to commit. No, I commit. We commit without knowing that we commit. And so I was gonna tell this one about this one, and I was gonna bring them both. But maybe they felt it. They both ran. So this one said, sure. Oh, hold on. Call you right back. Guess what happened after that?
No call back.
Exactly. So now you know the pattern. Now I think she blocked herself. Good.
You think the conversation got too deep for her?
Possibly, because she was just being a little facetious. You gotta be so facetious. Just, you know, calm yourself. And she was also pretty accepting of my shenanigans. I tell them about my shenanigans right away. But the way that there'll be many more where they came from. Having said that, this is just, and then this was Sunday. Then that evening, a third lady came to my house.
21-year-old?
No, that was someone else. That was a 40-year-old. She still is at home.
Hold on. What the fuck is 40-year-old? You just told me do not fuck with those 40 years old.
That's who came into my radar. So I don't discriminate. I give everyone a time of the day or the night, and I hope they give me, because you know, like I'm in love right now with an 83-year-old.
With an 83-year-old?
Yeah, I'm in love.
You putting this kind of pressure on an 83-year-old?
I'm talking on the camera now. I'm in love with an 83-year-old, that's right. Yes, and you know what? If you meet her, you'll be in love with her too.
I need to meet her.
By the well, we are both too young for her. So I pledged to look for a good man for her. That should be at least her age somehow. She's a powerful lady. She's a star. She's a star.
She's a star.
Yeah.
What is it, Sophia Loren? I mean,
Maybe you've heard of her. Her name is Betty Harris.
Betty Harris.
Yeah. She was quite...
That's the one who I thought she was fucking dead.
She's not dead, she's alive. I'm in love with her. I can't be in love with someone who's dead. I'm talking like actively in love. Oh, we speak at least... When we speak 2 hours at least every time. She's amazing. She comes... I met her in person. I sang with her. I can show you that. You want to see the video?
Yeah, I need to see this.
Let's check this out. I sang with this lady. She's a godmother of Whitney Houston. It's not nothing. It's serious. It's some serious star power. She was very close friends with mother of Whitney Houston.
Okay.
She don't even call her Whitney Houston. She calls her Whitney.
Whitney.
Yeah, Whitney. Yeah, she's a good girl, she goes. Whitney's a good girl. Good girl?
Abe, you tell me don't hang out with the 40-year-olds. Now you with an 83-year-old.
83-year-old, but that's see, because love knows no age. So check this
you
out.
Fucking tell me drop them all the 40-year-olds.
That's different love. You have to differentiate love, from lust. I'm not lustful of an 83-year-old. Okay, let's see. It's amazing. Amazing. And I tell her about this because I brag to people. So check this out. Look, we're gonna mess up. We're gonna mess up. Oh, where's that? See? She goes, "What the hell are you singing?" You said that? She's like so real. She's adorable. How do you not? How can you?
Yeah, she has a nice personality.
Oh, you can tell right away.
Yeah.
Look at her. Look at her. Look how it ends.
Oh yeah. She's 83. Oh, she's in good shape for 83.
She's great, and
Yeah.
she has this very youthful way about her. She's just so sincere and so like playful, and so, I mean, an adorable young lady.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm talking about. It's like when you talk to her, you feel on top of the world.
Yeah.
Stars are like that. I've met a few stars, and she still tours.
Oh yeah.
She's quite famous. She's quite famous in Europe still. Here, it's R&B, so it's not such a popular, not a popular genre. Now, she was really famous in like 70s, more famous, 60s, 70s.
Okay. When Nina Simone was popular, yeah.
Huh?
When that's when Nina Simone was, yeah.
She met Muhammad Ali. She said, I said, how was he? You know what she said? Crazy. He was crazy. He was a young kid back then. He goes, we were all like in our early 20s, and he was as crazy as you've ever seen him. He ran around yelling crazy things. Oh yeah. And then he goes, he started banging on doors 4 in the morning in a hotel, waking everyone up. I'm like, and I said, why? He goes, well, he said, we gotta wake up. We gotta wake up 4 in the morning. We gotta go on the picket lines. We gotta go on and protest. Everyone, get up, get up. They were like artists. They were whoever in the hotel. And he was like, it sounds just like Muhammad Ali. He goes, we gotta get up. We gotta get up. The maids are going on a protest, so we need to protest with them, support them, because they're not being treated fairly. So we need to go on a picket line. We need to go on a protest 4 in the morning. So yeah, we gotta do this. We gotta do this. And then he said to everybody, he whispered, also, if we don't do it, they're not gonna clean the rooms. So that's another reason. That's another reason. So I said, so what did you do? He goes, well, we all went.
You had to get up, man.
Well, Muhammad Ali was yelling, let's go, let's go. Everybody went.
Ali had a persona about him in his
man.
I just sent saying. In fact, I was just looking at a few videos on him early on this week, and his persona about him is
It's
over the
amazing.
top. Yeah, it's over the top.
It sounds just like him, and the way she said it, it resonated with everything I've seen about him. In fact, I just saw somebody, his videos. I guess I like them, so they pop up on my
the
YouTube.
algorithm,
Yeah, so there was a,
yeah.
What's this guy? Rock. Rock was talking to him because he met him. He says, he told me, he goes, one thing, good deeds for others is the rent you pay for being here on this earth. You gotta do this. It's like, he talks in such simple, weird yet simple ways. He would go and see like a minister or something, or like a politician on a talk show, and he'd tell them.
Oh, he demolished those guys.
He said to one, "Hey, you're not as dumb as you look."
He demolished those guys. Yeah.
Oh, he was extremely intelligent. And
and he waits for he's rapping about these questions when they ask him, and they ask him asinine questions, and he hits them with an answer what is like out of their fucking mind. It's like you know.
It's unbelievable. Like they asked him and Joe Frazier, what would they tell to the youth that are training to become, they want to become champions, like he and he. So they were like, okay, he goes, Joe, he goes, you answer first, because they wanted to both answer, and they goes, oh, you go. So Joe says, well, I tell him, you know, you gotta train hard, you gotta believe, you gotta do this, you gotta be the best you can be.
Joe would say that basic shit.
Just basic stuff, but you know, that's great. And then he goes, so what about you, Muhammad? He goes, well, no, you don't say that. You definitely don't say that to them. But that's crazy. What you say is like this. Hey, it's like he rehearsed it. He goes, you tell him, forget about it. Don't not gonna be no world champion. World champion is one in a generation, is one in millions and millions. Me and Joe, we are like two of us. There's no one else. I mean, okay, George Foreman is another. It's just like one in many millions. To count on that and put your hopes up and train and then get disappointed. No, you don't do that. What you do is you train, discipline, you perseverance, you build those nice character traits, but you also have to see the future and be realistic. Now you gotta become a lawyer, a doctor, learn some trade that you can feed yourself with and your family. And boxing is a great sport, and it's great to build your character, but that's that, and that's what you tell them. Like, and the way he said it is like so realistically, and you have to see how he speaks with such determination. Even if it, let's say, if it was something
out of the world, you still believe it.
Such a conviction. Oh, I love it. It sticks. It's one thing that when people speak and they know, they have no.
And I think it's a lot of because the confidence what he has. He speaks with a lot of confidence. And
he
felt confidence.
He felt something. Something.
If you speak
real.
with a lot of confidence, people will believe it.
Oh yeah, I know. At my work, where I work in the hospital, people say, "How'd you convince this patient to get this test?" I said, "Because I believe it. I believe it with my heart, and I believe he should get it."
And it comes off like that.
Yeah, and I said, "Look, I would tell this to my mother, to my grandpa. I tell this. I would do this. I would do this if I were you, because it's ABC. I give reasons. So check this out. It's up to you, but I'm saying, but that makes sense."
What part of the body do you do?
We do ICU. So
ICU. Okay.
ICU.
Okay. Wow.
Do all parts.
Okay.
All parts that are not working, we fix. Whatever's not working. Once we fix the part that's not working, we send them out. Say, what happened to this guy? We don't know. We sent him out. Oh, here he is again. Oh shit, that's the same guy. Oh, what the hell's wrong with him now? Something else is wrong. Oh, that's the guy from room 3. We remember rooms. All the patients that I come across, I remember the room, because there's so many. But the room has a certain geographic link. Okay. So I remember he or she in that room. So sometimes they go in and out. There's like, I remember him being in many rooms.
Right.
See, that's not a good sign. He's touring the ICU.
So how you deal with it? How you deal with your situation with patients passing away? How you deal with that?
it is so common that, first of all, it's not, it's become a routine.
Okay.
And
but how do you deal with yourself personally after that? Do you know that? Do you feel like you pass on from it, or did you?
I help.
That you help.
I help them pass.
Okay.
So if they pass, and they're supposed to pass, because most of them supposed to pass.
So you help them pass in comfort.
Yeah, and then I feel great.
Okay, feel okay.
People say, "Are you like a euthanasia guy?" Well, it's not legal here. In some states, it is.
Yes.
It's not about euthanasia, though. Again, we do that to our animals. So how is it?
So you're not Kevorkian, Dr. Kevorkian?
I'm not. It's not legal to do euthanasia. Even if I want it, if I did it, they'd put me in jail. I have enough issues already without that. But sometimes I say things like, imagine if I say your grandma has to go, she has to pass. She missed her time already. She missed it. So if I say it like this, they'll complain. The doctor's talking crazy shit.
Yeah.
So maybe she missed her time. What are you, God?
Yeah.
So of course I am. Who do you think am I? Oh no, I'm not God. At the same time, you can tell when the time is there.
Okay.
And it's actually, there's no mystical. My son, when he was 14 years old, I took him to the hospital. He saw. He said, "Dad, why you put tube in a dead person?" I said, "Sam, what do you mean dead person?" Why you say dead? He's alive. He goes, "Come on, you know what I mean." I said, "But how do you tell?" He didn't mean literally dead. He meant like he's dying. I said, "What do you mean? How do you tell?" You know what? My son is like, he's blunt. It's like a Muhammad Ali type of person. It's 3 words. You just look at him. And I'm like, he's only 14 at the time, 14, 15. And I'm like, looking at him. And I'm trying to look at him with his eyes. And I'm like, yeah, the guy's right. He is dead. Because I see he doesn't know science, medicine. Like, he hasn't gone to medical school or had like 20 years in the hospital experience. He just sees it as a young man. And the guy looks dead. How dead? Because he's seen movies. And that's how they look in the movies, dead. So he goes, that looks dead. Simple. The diagnosis is dead. Why you put tube in a dead person?
No, I asked you that earlier because I had a young lady who works in trauma. And she said she had to leave trauma because it started affecting her in a way that she started seeing these people who she tried to help. And
if it's done from a right place, it's a beautiful thing. Because
but ICU is a little different from trauma because ICU
it's different. We don't have as much. We don't deal with trauma.
Yeah.
Trauma, they have a lot of young.
Yeah, it's instant and it's young. Yeah.
Young, and that's sad because a life taken so young, it seems like it shouldn't have been like that. But it is like that, and you know, it's sad because had this not happened, they think he would have been alive, and they're perfectly healthy people usually. We're dealing with people who are dying.
Yeah.
Elderly people.
Right.
At the same time, once we see death as something, it's easy for me to say about other people. When it comes to me, my own death, I have issues with.
Why you have issues with it?
With my death, I got used to living.
You love living.
I got used to it. So anyone who says they don't have issues with their death, they're fooling themselves. We got huge issues.
I mean, you have an issue with it, but I mean, you accept it.
I haven't accepted it yet. Hasn't come.
Yeah, but you haven't accepted, but you know it's gonna happen.
It seems like
nobody's looking around the corner for it.
Seems like it's a pretty regular pattern, pretty persistent. It seems that pretty universal. So by all accounts, I expect it to happen to me as well. Though I know
that son of a bitch is dead like taxes.
Even more defined. You don't have to pay taxes, just suffer consequences. This one is absolute, except for Jesus. And even then, I'm not quite sure how he pulled it off. But the thing is, for a person of our society to say that he has no issues with that, he's lying to himself. We all scared shitless of it. Shitless. Exactly. And people deny it because then They're, no, they're,
There you go with the
see, now you're
psychological
going with
shit
your finger, right? It's there, and that's what makes people have this nervous laughter. Just like that with the finger.
Hey,
again.
there you go with your
Just
shit
like
again.
that with the finger.
There you go
again.
with your shit again.
See how?
This is why this girl didn't call back.
See how the finger goes?
No, this is
See
why.
see again?
Yeah, this is why this girl.
Whoa.
This is what Nas
This
fought.
is a lie.
Nas fought your ass.
This is a lie.
Five at you. You
It's a
understand
lie.
me?
It's a
This
lie.
is just why.
See how that? See how I touched something?
You're not gonna stop me from doing it, cause
You can't stop.
I could stop.
not even
I
you
could
who-
stop.
It's not even you.
I
who-
can stop,
you,
eh?
you interrupt. It's okay. I expect this to happen. I expect people to ignite, to resonate, to get
Hey,
inflamed.
this is why. This
That's
is why
why.
this young lady didn't
See
call
how
fucking
the
back.
other finger
You
keeps
put this,
going?
no, you put
This
this,
is a
shit.
good movie.
You put-
This is a good movie. This is my friend. But you see, let's step back for a second. You see how your inner being got inflamed.
What in the bank? Hey, this is why the young lady didn't call back the other night. You start
That's
the
not-
shit. You
that's
start
not-
the shit on
That's
her.
not the only one.
Huh?
Once they get inside a little deeper into the person, they hate that. The fingers start flying. Of course, because I touched something so deep. It's the deepest fear we all have.
Fucking deep, baby. Hey, you
Oh, now you
believe it?
curse
Hey,
it.
believe he's deep.
No.
Hey, believe he's at it. He's deep.
Did I
as hell.
say I'm deep? You think I'm deep?
You just said you deep. You said you touched
no.
something
This
deep.
is the deepest fear we have.
Death.
Yeah. It's the deepest fear. And I specifically mentioned something before I said this. Anyone that is a part of this Western Judeo-Christian mythology, anyone that's a part of this mythology, and we all are here, except for a few visitors that are Buddhistic, they're a little bit different. They view death a little different. Now, they're not going to finger me like you just did.
With being Buddhist. Okay.
Because they view death, they've been taught death somewhat different than we've been taught.
in the Buddha
death.
faith.
In the Buddha and in the Eastern faith, they don't see death as first of all as we do, but Bible vilified death as something bad. Do you like it? Do you like when
That's a
people
nice
die?
question. That's a nice question. I haven't.
Well, I tell you, you hate it. We all hate it.
Hate someone you gotta accept.
Again, on a mental level, you may say that you accept. But imagine someone tells me right now that I have 3 days to live. Whoa,
What would you do in 3 days?
that's not the point. That's not,
It is the point. You asked the question. What would you do in 3 days?
interrupt.
Huh?
That's not what I'm talking about.
What would you do?
Yeah,
No, answer the question, Dave.
I won't.
What would you do?
Because the way
What would you do?
you interrupt,
What would you do?
this is not a way to hold the debate.
What would you do, Abe? You
This is
diverted from the question. What would you do?
absolutely. First of all,
3 days.
You interrupt.
You tell
Go
folks
ahead.
it's in ICU every day.
You interrupt me.
You tell people this is ICU every day.
It's a beautiful conversation in the moment. You interrupt.
Don't you give
See,
people?
again-
Don't you give people dates?
Absolutely.
Okay.
not.
So
you cannot
what
give
if
a
you?
date.
But you give them an estimate that I don't think it's gonna last past this
Absolutely.
week.
That's great. My crazy colleagues talk this way. You get my they talk this shit like that.
No.
No, because that fucks with them. No, and that's wrong. That's again, it's a wrong concept to say, oh, you have a day or two to. Well, some people at least intelligently say several days. So you say, oh, I give them a week. No, we've been surprised so many times. We don't know. That's
How
when
many of
we,
you don't know, but you're giving a guesstimate?
what you say is, if they really ask, see, I wouldn't volunteer that because that's the stupidest thing to say. Or ask, well, how long do you think he has? Say, it's not about that. It's about how he lives every second of his life. Here
We're
and
gonna
there.
we're gonna keep him or her in comfort.
As long as he feels comfort and love and harmony, that's what we all want here.
So what about? I have a friend, Ron, whose mother's on a ventilator, and she has been on a ventilator for a year.
So she gotta go. Lady gotta go. A ventilator for a year.
She gotta go.
She has to go.
Let her go.
Let her go. She's already gone. Only she's stuck on a tube. Her
Yeah.
body's stuck. Her spirit is already checking out. We're still waiting for the body because it can't. Well, if the body is alive, the spirit is hanging out. But a poor lady is gone. She gotta go.
It's so serious right now. One of his friends said the mom came to him and tell him, like, I don't want to be like this. And
Who
woke up. The friend woke up like 3 o'clock in the morning and called him on the phone. Said, look here, your mom came to me in my dream and told me she doesn't want to be suffering like this.
Who would? What person, and again, and this is a Judeo-Christian mythology. People cling to this life that we know, to the body. We have to, and this is, I may feel similar ways because I'm also a part of this mythology and I'm scared to die. Very much so. And that's, and just like everyone here, and people who deny it are the most scared of all. That's the denial.
What about the Christians, right? Who believe in God and who said they give their life to Christ? And
they're the most scared ones.
How could you be scared when you telling me the streets of gold, is honey dropping off every tree? Why would you be afraid to die?
They're still scared.
Why would you be afraid
deep
to
inside,
die?
only
You
the
tell
very
me heaven is not
only
here.
the very devoted ones.
Yeah, but
may not be.
Okay.
But they're so devoted that you can't even talk to them. They're like out there. They're already dead in many ways. They're like, and they're some of them are very harmonious with the idea. But it's for a person to lose fear of dying, it's something that is almost out of this world. We don't know anyone like that.
Let me give you a situation. My mom called me a prolific speaker, Miles Monroe. All right?
Can you say it again?
Miles Monroe. He's from the Bahamas. He's a prolific speaker. When he died in a plane crash, right? My mom called me hollering on the phone. She said she can't speak. So I hang the phone up. So she called me back again. I said, what happened? Oh, Miles Monroe died in a plane crash. And him and I said, it's a Christian man, a man of faith, right? He died in a plane crash with his wife. I said, why you don't get off my goddamn phone? I said, this should be good. This should be great. A Christian man died with his wife instantly.
But what if it's what if it's not Christian? What if it's a Jewish?
But I'm saying he's a Christian. But I'm saying I'm
What if he
going
was
by
Jewish?
his faith. But I'm going by his faith. I'm going by his faith. He's a Christian man. Understand me? I'm going by his faith.
But what if he's
how can it be? I said, I'm talking about him. I can understand Jewish is a different thing. I'm talking about his faith.
How is it different?
No, I'm saying about his faith.
What
I'm talking about his faith.
Sorry. What is?
Hinton, I'm talking about his faith, Dave.
See, I can't put in a word. But you see how this conversation becomes unilateral, because once I say something, you cut me off. I'm used to that.
You used to that, Dave?
Of course, every day. Fingered, cut off, interrupted, because people get very polarized.
You think so?
Do I look like a person who thinks? I stopped thinking. I stopped that a long time ago. I just feel shit. That's why bitches run.
So you in some supernatural shit when you go in ICU?
No.
You don't think when you go in ICU? You into some supernatural shit?
Why would I think? Because I see this for 20 years. I see how things go. So I just hold their hand and I smile. Say, just got all these stupid medicines. Shh, can't talk like this too much because they see doctors crazy. I just don't give so much medicine. Get them up, let them walk, and get the hell out. See, go smoke a little joint, have a little drink, go make love to some beautiful honeys. Oh, doctor's nice. Talking real good stuff, good medicine. Say we smile, we sing some songs. Don't worry, part of things. It's everything. It's gonna be alright.
You're singing the Dead Man song.
We're singing live man song. Maybe don't. Yeah, we modify certain songs the way they were meant to be written. In fact, they were written in some ways, but like that's why I like Bob Marley. He writes songs and he makes us think it's one way. You know, no woman, no cry. No woman, no cry. That's not that's not the actual original words. Were different. The original, like he hit it, so he did no woman, no cry. But the original was 2 women, no cry.
Oh, and you're on this shit again.
Yeah. That's what he said. That's what he wrote. 2 women, or 3 women, even less cry. But the thing is, listen, this is my friend. Peace and love.